Welcome to video 79, my ACS vanilla gameplay, and in this video I will be constructing my body cultivation room and pretty much finishing it from where I left off yesterday, and I will be doing my planning for my body cultivator just to show you guys what that will look like. And then besides that, once I finish all of my planning and setting up my array, I'll pretty much have my body cultivator start to basically cultivate and collect essences and pretty much just sit there, because it takes a good amount of time for a body cultivator to accumulate a certain amount of essences. So I'm mainly doing this for this guy right here, who is body cultivator 2. So let me actually move forward and create a chi cushion right here as well. So in the last video I began setting up my array and I was able to complete it, and I was able to create a pasture area around my array. And this method is pretty much something that only I have done, because most people, when they play, they use the body cultivation, they make their body cultivation array with display cases, and if you do it that way, then you will have to put your animals on the outskirts of your array, and thus being further away from your body cultivator. Even though the distance doesn't matter, it just matters that you are within range of your body cultivator. And I actually do not know what the range for body cultivator is breathing, so I'm actually going to move forward and go into this guide just to kind of be able to eyeball exactly what the range should be. So if I scroll up, I am on the start guide tab. So if I scroll up, and then I would just look for the part where they speak about the array, and it looks like this would be around the range. So it looks like it could be at least one tile outside of the array. I do not know why this one has more range on this side. However, I believe that that may either be like some type of inconsistency or something, but I think I would just be safe and just keep my pasture tiles around one tile after my array, just for simplicity, and then I'll go back and actually do some more research on that later on. So I'm just expanding my pasture area just so that I have more rooms for my animals, so that my body cultivator can have as many animals in the pasture as possible. And I think I will remove these corner pieces too. Just leave it like this. So now I have a 44 space pasture. And then besides that, in the guide it also recommends that you have a water source, and then a grave or a tomb, and then a table, and then a leisure station as well. So in step 4, I need a well, dining table, leisure activity, and lock it to enter the cipher only. This is basically so that the body cultivator doesn't have to go far to do the things that they need to do besides cultivating. So let me try to set that up too. And also I will be going for blessed feng shui based on the build that I looked at, and because I'll be going for blessed feng shui, that means I need to make this room very auspicious. So I just need to be a little bit more mindful when dealing with that. So this flood dragon scale is a water elemental item, so it will be emitting some water element. And then besides that, I have this holy stone. I don't know the range of the holy stone's emission range, but I know that the sage fruit emission range is 5, so I may need to add more items of stronger emission to these tiles, but let me just double check. So this has more of a metal, or sorry, it has more of an earth and a water element. So I definitely want to make these graves or whatever items that I'm adding in that will be on the outside of my array I will be making them out of let's see, this is a water array, so I would make these items out of wood so that they can become very auspicious. So let me just start off with that. So you need a grave or a tomb so that you can accumulate wraith essence, which is really useful for adding a couple of damage modifiers to your body cultivator. So let me just go in here and just show. If I search wraith, so you can get the wraith from the grave and the tombs, and the body parts that I'm really looking for is, if I want to make an offensive flesh body part, then I need to have the wraith essence to have a higher chance to get the inactivating flesh, which gives 360% attack and 45% penetration. So that's what I'm going for. So I'm just going to use this tomb right here and make this out of, not timber, I'll do spirit wood timber, maybe. Actually, I'll do gold wood timber just because I don't have that much spirit wood timber. But I just didn't want to do anything that was a lower quality. And then besides that, I also need to create this leisure station, and it will be the same thing. I think I just need to create some more spirit wood timber because I'm thinking a little bit too much about this. So let me just create some spirit wood timber like en masse, so that I never have to really worry too much about whether or not I actually have spirit wood timber available, or if the spirit wood timber that's being shown is the spirit wood timber that's banned in my chi fountain. So that's the only annoying thing, is that the game doesn't remove banned items from the count of how much you have. So I'm gonna have my disciples create some spirit wood timber, and then I guess I can, oh, that was already built, so I won't cancel that, I'll leave it like that. And then I'll create this zither table since that's what they had in the guide. Put that here. Let me just double check that this is also heavy on a water element. Yeah, this also has a heavy water element too. So I'm going to put my zither table here, and then besides that, I will probably need even more water items to make those items auspicious, so I will need to move forward and get some ice crystal bars if I don't have any. Okay, so it looks like I have enough ice crystal bars. So then besides that, I'll need to create a table so that my body cultivator doesn't move. Let's do a longer table just so that it looks kind of nice. And as you can see, these things are already auspicious. And now I will add some flooring under them. And I'm definitely going to make a room out of this, but I'm just doing it like this because I'm just too lazy to figure out exactly how I want the walls to be right now. This is 4 tiles. Put some ice crystal below here. And then besides that, let me just go back into this guide and see if there are any other recommendations. Yeah, no, that looks like everything. Let me scroll down because there's definitely a example of a way more sophisticated body cultivator room, so I just want to see what that would look like. I'm scrolling down. Maybe it's in this demon guide tab, because the demon guide is like the guide that you would go to once you already have your site pretty much established and you're ready to create a really good body cultivator, whereas the start guide is just what you would do starting off. Nope. Okay, I'm going to actually go for it and look at one of my older body cultivator blueprints, because I do have some body cultivator blueprints, but I just didn't want, I would rather have tried to make it myself. So I'm gonna see what that looks like. Can't really find it. Hellgate. Huh. I actually do not have my body cultivation room. I think that this should be enough though, because you just need the room to be auspicious, and you need to have a grave or a tomb nearby, and then you just need animals around pretty much for the essences that I would like. And then whenever I'm ready to collect cursed essences, I would just add a display case and then the Feng Shui relic to make it cursed. So let me move forward with adding a grave just in case the tomb is being weird. And then I also believe that I should have a water pot too. Well, I have a well, so I think they will be good because they just drink straight from the well, and body cultivators are pretty resilient, so it's okay if they just drink from the well. So this changes to inner disciple only so that none of my outer disciples are using these items. And then besides that, I have this big pasture. However, I have been consistently killing any animal that has joined my site pretty much. So I don't have any animals, so I'll need to go and buy some cages so that I can have some good animals. I think I will stick to using bears if I can, just because they have really good temperature tolerances. So that's just something that I have to worry less about. And because I played my game for so long, I've accumulated like 21 of each cage. I could also do turtles too. Just anyone that has like a abnormal temperature tolerance. I don't know why this is loading so like it's loading slow for me. It's definitely not Demonia Pimple. Maybe I will do pandas because pandas are kind of iffy. And this site is selling a lot of them. Let's see, how many slots do I have? You don't necessarily need to fill it up with as many as you have the option to, but I don't know. I think I want to do that. So now that this guy is awakened, I will give them some basic items. And then I'll just give them a story talisman, just so that I can keep their mood up. I wonder if these guys crafted those spirit wood. No. Let's see. They probably just have so many other tasks that are going on right now, so I just want to double check. So I have 50 spirit wood here for some reason that's banned, so I'll just unban that. That seemed to have worked. And now that all of these things are built and they are slightly auspicious, I want to move forward by making them very auspicious. So let's see. If I go to decoration, I will admit that I am like just doing this like slowly, just because I want to take my time with it, honestly, and I want it to look nice. So I think I'll just use dragon flags in order to increase the feng shui of these items, just because I just love using dragon flags for that. So I'm just thinking about like where I would put them. I'm just putting them all around these feng shui buildings, and hopefully that will make the feng shui of my room very auspicious once I create the room. Okay, so now all of these dragonflies are created. I may need to restart my game in order to see if the effect is working well. Because you can see like these have like slightly auspicious and so on and so forth, even though they are definitely not slightly auspicious. These buildings should be like very auspicious regularly. So let's see, how many slots do I have now? Okay, I still have 44 spaces, so I'm gonna go and get those panda cages. I wish I could use chickens, because chickens, they aren't like as big as pandas, and the pandas are just in the way. So I could really see myself just personally being annoyed by just having like pandas rolling all around my array. So I'm actually going to remove some pasture area just because I know that will start to bother me. And the amount that I have available right now, just with this space, is still way more than you would typically have using display cases. So let's see, how many am I on right now? I have 36 spaces. Okay, that's pretty good. And of course 36 is a pretty good number in cultivation. So Demania Temple is the one that sells pandas. So let's just get 36. And I want these cages specifically because, one, there's no animals in my sect, and so I really have no other choice but to get them. However, if I did have a choice, then I would still choose them, because these animals cannot become demons because they're awakened animals. So this is about to get really crazy. I'm going to open all of these cages. So what's this? F5. And then I'm going to send them all to that pasture. It's going to keep going. It's going to look crazy. But yeah, normally if you start a game with body cultivator, then you will obviously have to use some sort of different method and just like invite animals, or you have to buy like a variety of different cages. Look at my sect, it looks so funny. This is hilarious. They have pretty good temperature tolerance. I think I picked the right ones. Let's open this. Imagine if I just left my sect like this. That would be pretty funny. Okay, so now that that's settled, I can assign all of these pandas. And as you can see, it says 1 through 36, so I'm assuming that I did correctly by... Oh, wait. So this number is based on the space of my pasture, so maybe I didn't. Yeah, so I only opened 28 cages out of the 36 that I bought. So let's see. Yeah, there's some more that my outer disciples decided to move over. And I say Yao Guai wants to join my sect. Oh, it's a cat. We love cats. Wow, this cat has pretty good stats. Actually, really good stats. 41 days shapeshifter tribulation. That's okay. Why are you hurt? Oh, frostbite. They must have spawned near one of the cold spots that the dragon created. Well, actually, never mind. It's really cold in the winter. So now that my pandas are here and they're starting to get frostbite, then I definitely need to build these walls, but I do just want to double check my Feng Shui. So I have to save and load my game pretty much in order to see the Feng Shui of the new Feng Shui of the buildings with the new items that I added. So let's see where we at. Okay, this is slightly auspicious. I wonder why. Yeah, the water element is still not super strong. Maybe it's because the first culprit would be the fact that I'm using ice crystal instead of ice essence. And then I also have these spirit roots that have some sort of effect. So let's see what's under these tiles. There's an ice crystal flooring. This is just soil, so let me do ice crystal flooring. And then I guess I'll just create a room to see how everything looks. So let's go to so I'm just gonna keep this maybe I'll build so I'll make these walls that will be touching the feng shui buildings out of ice just so that they can help. So this will be out of ice crystal, and then I'll do the rest of these walls out of spirit stone blocks. This is pretty much like what you would do if you're like later in game and pretty rich, but it's definitely easier to make a room with like good feng shui using marble and using earth and metal elements, just because these elements both have high tier materials that are easy to obtain, such as like dark steel and jade. So now I have all of these pandas rolling around, and it's still kind of annoying because they're pretty big. So now that that's done, I also need to add a display case so that I can add some temperature control items and a feng shui relic when I want to switch to cursed feng shui. So the room attractive is magnificent, room layout is normal, and room quality is refined. So I have pretty much everything I need to maximize the room's feng shui. However, my feng shui buildings aren't fully very auspicious, so that's changing the feng shui of the room. So I'm just gonna restart my game just so that I can see the feng shui. Honestly, it's really looking like I need to either add some ice essence items. So I may need to just create some ice essence bars, or I need to start to add some prism lotuses around or something else that has a really high water elemental emission. Yeah, this is like this is insane, honestly. This BC1, yeah. Let's see. They're going to eat. They're eating a lot. Oh, it's because I don't have any breathing arrangements for them. Let's see what they do now. Yeah, that's the annoying part about body cultivators. They just eat so much. So as you can see, the body cultivator is now in there, and they are breathing essences, and they're getting different essences based on the different things around them. As you can see, we just got the intrinsic life essence, which is what we want from having these animals. And the most important thing about the intrinsic life essence is that it allows your cultivator to get more tempered flesh from when they do remold. So for example, if I remold with just a wood essence, which is pretty much just anything, then I'm only going to get one tempered flesh. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. But let me remove their breathing. So this brain is being remolded. And then as you can see, it says tempered brain 1x, and that's because I just did a wood essence, and then I got a wood blessing as well, and then a void breath. So I'm going to select tempered brain, and you want to get your organs to 100 for most of the ones that you would care about. So just to get to 100 really quickly, you would instead use this intrinsic life essence, which is right here, and you would get that from having animals around. And I'll show you what that looks like in terms of how many tempered you get. So I didn't get any for that one, but let's just keep going. So as you can see right here, now I have tempered brain times 15. So when you have intrinsic life essence, you can just quickly get that tempered label up really quickly, which is super good for organs. So this is why you want to have those animals around. So let me change them back to having a 24/7 breathing arrangement, or something less than that, so that they can get that liberated buff. So yeah, it looks like everything besides the elemental emission on these tiles is pretty good for this. So I just need more water element, basically. See, this area has a ton of wood element. Water element, sorry. Yeah, I think I'm feeling a little bit lazy, so let's just start off with trying to use ice essence instead of ice crystal. Even though that's going to be a really big pain because I can't see anything because of all of the pandas. So let's see. I'm going to change one of my disciples to be a smith. Some of my pandas are dying because they're too cold. So this is a room with size 90 space, and beast blood has a temperature effect of 1000. So a beast blood should increase this room temperature by like, I want to say like 11 degrees. So I think I need about 4 or 5 beast blood to get this room's temperature right. So I'll just do 4 because they have pretty good cold tolerance, which will bring them down, which will bring this room down to around 0 degrees. So as you can see, it's slowing down. Okay, that was pretty close. And now it's at 10 degrees, which is perfect. So now I'll stop getting messages about that. And of course I have these snakes that are invading my sect. Just gonna soul chant these guys, and then if they retaliate, then they'll most likely just be killed regularly. But I don't really need soul gems that much, so I'm not going to pay as much attention to them as I would early game. So let's see. Okay. Still waiting for this to begin crafting. Okay. Now you're creating, thank you. So right here I have 14 of these flags, so I'm just gonna go for it and demolish them, since I know that I want to actually upgrade my elemental composition. Let's see, how many ice essence bars do we have? We should have a good amount at this point. Have 11. So let's try this again. I only need 2 ice essence bars to make this, so this should work out pretty well. And I'm gonna do full coverage, so hopefully it overpowers the elements. I think the table needs at least 1 space that's not covered. I can't see the zither table. Okay, it's right here. And apparently I only need 27 to make this, to be able to create all of this, so hopefully that works out. So I have 23 left over, so I need to craft 6 more times if I'm crafting 4 each time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Okay, so these are still growing, which is nice. What is the sage fruit? This one is growing. I expect everyone to pretty much be growing besides the gnarled vine. Yeah. Some of them are becoming cursed instead of blessed, but that's okay. They're almost at 100% growth rate. Let me move Lady Cloud over here so that she can also get the sympathies from cultivating. Okay, we just have 3 more crafts to go. And all of these things are being created. Okay, a marble wall illuminated. That's interesting. My cultivation room got messed up because the marble wall gained sentience and just walked away. Okay, now it just says auspicious, which I think is an improvement, so let me just save and load my game and see how that works out. These pandas are so funny. Maybe I should do wolves because like wolves have a more slim build, but they also have pretty good temperature tolerance. It's really hard to know. But I mean, it's just an eyesore. It's not like so annoying that I need to do chickens and then try to manage the temperature tolerance for those guys. That's like horrible. Yeah, I still can't really get the feng shui to be heavy on the water element when it's this close to an array. I think I remember how the blueprint was set up in the body cultivation resource. So in the maybe not the body cultivation resource, but whatever document I used to figure out how I wanted to make my original body cultivation room, and that one, the body cultivation room was expanded, and you didn't really have to worry about the feng shui of these things, and you would just do feng shui on items that were in the room, but like further out, basically. So I think I am moving backwards by focusing too much on the feng shui of the items that I'm just using to collect essences. And these probably should have just been made out of spirit stone. So that's pretty good to know that I was actually able to think that through. So I'm actually going to move forward with that, and then move these items over. Let's demolish these walls as well. Because I'm like, this should not be this hard, but it is going to be hard if you're using spirit roots in your array. So you actually need to expand out the room so that you can increase the feng shui. So when you're dealing with feng shui of a room, you pretty much just need it to be very auspicious. And for the body cultivator, they just need to be in a very auspicious room. So you can pretty much do that with like any combination of items, and you just need the feng shui buildings to be very auspicious. So I can do like a mix of everything if I wanted to. However, I'm just going to do the method that I pretty much explained earlier, which is jade and dark steel, just because it's just super easy to get these items. So I'm going to make a bed, and I don't know if this will make this actually ominous because this is a bed inside of a cultivation room. So actually I don't think that's going to work, because it's going to give me a negative effect because it's not a bedroom. So I'll just keep it simple and then do a table. And then I'll use some jade blocks to create some items that would support the table. So this right here will definitely be very auspicious. So let's do flooring. I have some holy stone flooring, so I'll just use that. I don't know how much better it is than jade flooring, but I would imagine it to not be too much. And then I'll do a water bot, dark steel water bot with the same setup. Jade dragon flags all around. And then besides that, the water bot is touching this wall, so I'm going to demolish this and make this wall out of jade. And I'm going to do the same thing with the tiles that this table is touching. Because walls will influence the feng shui of things that they are directly touching. So if you have spirit stone walls, you're missing out on a benefit that you could be having. Oh, is this the event that is caused by my spirit root having 100% growth? I don't know. This is a pretty big group though. They're extremely weak though. Except for this one. They look so chunky. Look at them. Like they're so big. Oh, it's the cat. Let's see, where's that cat? I can't find it. Yeah, these are some chunky boys. Alright, I'll just end them with my two main disciples. Sorry guys, I don't know why you even came here. So yeah, this says auspicious, but I have a hunch that it's actually very auspicious. Let's look at here. Yeah, this is heavy on the earth element, so I can pretty much just put yet another feng shui building over here. So let's do a water bot. I'll make that out of dark steel, just to do another one. And of course I need to add the holy stone flooring. I would just use jade flooring if you don't have the holy stone flooring. I just happen to have it because I was making that tribulation room. So yeah, you pretty much just need to make your body cultivation room very auspicious all around. And again, I'm just restarting my game just to see if the feng shui will update. Hopefully this will make my room very auspicious, because now I have 3 feng shui items that should be very auspicious, that are contributing to the feng shui of the room. Just gonna let some things go. So these are very auspicious. Let's see where we at now. We're still at auspicious. That's interesting. Interesting. This is auspicious. Auspicious. So all of these are auspicious, and these are very auspicious. Maybe I need to add more items. I guess it won't hurt to add more water bots and tables and things like that. So this area right here specifically has a lot of earth feng shui, but I guess this one doesn't because of the water feng shui that's being created by here. So let me just remove that. Just gonna create a wall. A nice big wall. Oh, that was dark still. Almost messed up on that one. Let's do a jade wall. Give us earth. Well, I don't want to mess up the feng shui over here, so I'll just have it like this. And then do these emit element on each other? Probably not. Or they definitely emit something, but it's probably not as strong. Then more holy stone flooring. Yeah, so for feng shui requirements, you want to have VARNM. I just remember it just because it's easy for me to remember. So you want so you want to have very auspicious, and then you want to have refined, normal, and magnificent. So this is refined, normal, and magnificent. So I have the VAR, so I have the RNM, and I just need very auspicious. So I just need very auspicious feng shui buildings in here. So I'm gonna save my game yet again, and then try again. And then if this doesn't work, then I guess my only other option in terms of like trying to figure out what's going on is for me to save this as a blueprint and then bring it up into the land of illusion, because in immortal mode you can't really see the extra tips that you would need to see on feng shui, so you're kind of like in the dark with it. This is slightly auspicious. Let's see. This is heavy on the earth element. Yeah, there's no reason why these would be slightly auspicious. Maybe I just have to wait a little bit longer. Okay, so these are very auspicious. And the room is still not very auspicious. So I have 4 very auspicious items. So now I'm thinking maybe the auspiciousness of these are bringing it down. So I think I will move forward with replacing these with spirit stone items so that I can bring the average up. So this is going to be pretty hard, honestly. I think I actually should just do one item at a time. But let me do what I said that I was going to do earlier. Test. But in the meantime, I do want to move all of these pandas out of the way because they are kind of distracting me. But if I take too long, then they might die and all that other annoying stuff because it is the middle of the winter. So I just have that so that the pandas will move out of my way when I start the game up again. Now I'm going to move forward with going into the land of illusion and then testing out this blueprint so that I can see the tips, just because, you know, I don't really know what's going on and I don't want to try to figure it out without having any details, because I am basically creating my own body cultivation room from scratch, which is something that I really didn't need to do, honestly. But, you know, I think it's just good to, you know, practice these things so that you can make sure you're good. So this is what my room looks like, and I don't have a observatory in here, so let's create that. And right now my room is auspicious. All of these things should be very auspicious. Okay, yeah, they are, huh? Oh, I don't have the cultivation items on there either. So this is an accurate test. So I wonder what would happen if I removed these items right here and thus made these things like auspicious at best. Oops, I removed the wrong thing. Okay, so this is auspicious now. This is still very auspicious. Okay, now this is auspicious and this is auspicious. My room is still very auspicious. Yeah, I don't know. It must be something else then, because oh, maybe it's the spirit wood chi cushion. Maybe that one has like a really bad feng shui rating because it is near like many different types of items. Just save. This is. Then I'm gonna go back to my game and then see what that spirit wood chi cushion is looking like. Okay, so these pandas are moving out of the way. Yep, I figured it out. There we go. So it was because the spirit wood chi cushion is ominous. Okay. So yeah, you definitely want to make your body cultivation room's chi cushion a spirit stone chi cushion, if you can, just because of that right there. Because body cultivators can use any element because they are non-elemental cultivators. So you just want to stick to using a regular spirit stone cushion for that non-element. 1 second. Let's see. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So now let's fix this. Because I destroyed the chi cushion, that item that was under it got removed. So I do want to put that flood dragon, whatever it was. I know it was a flood dragon item. I do want to put that back under the chi cushion. Let's see. It wasn't a wrath vein. Maybe it was a forbidden flood dragon scale. Yep. I see this outer disciple was on top of it right now. Okay, you moved it, so you have to move it back. Hurry up before my pandas die. Okay, now I have this 200 chi gather item back on here. And then I can put the spirit stone chi cushion here to neutralize the element. Let's see where we at now. Very auspicious still, very auspicious. Alright, I'm gonna try one last thing. But it seems like that definitely was a big part of the feng shui not being good. So I'm gonna save low, and then if this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna remove all of the feng shui. I'm gonna make those all spirit stone items so that they're not affecting my room's feng shui. Because I believe that it's just using like an average of the feng shui of all of the items that are involved. But I don't know. I think that that may have fixed it, because the room was mainly everything was auspicious except for that one item. Do I have a winter worm? No, I don't. Let's see. Yeah, these things are still. Oh, now they're slightly auspicious. So yeah, they are also being fluctuated by the different weather. Like we have a warm wind right now. So yeah, I definitely need to just stick to using spirit stone with these. So this is the graven tomb, so I'll remember that pretty easily. So the spirit stone grave, spirit stone tomb. Then this is the zither table. Make the spirit stone. Then I believe that this was something, right? Oh no, right here, the spirit wood table. Let's make that a spirit stone table. So these all should just be auspicious because they are spirit stone items. And so that means that they won't go into like slightly auspicious or anything like that. So hopefully that fixes everything. Ooh, this is a struggle. Let's see, these are very auspicious. Auspicious. Yeah, at this point I don't even know what's going on then. Let me remove the ice essence dragon flags. Feng Shui. All of my pandas are hurt. One second. Let's see, what are we working with? I don't know why this room is so hard to become very auspicious. Well, I do know that I pretty much just need to continue to add things, but it's getting really annoying. Let's do this again. More water bots. More dark still water bots. If 2 more items do not make this room very auspicious, I'm gonna be really sad. Jade. And let me use channel cloud dispelling just so that I can make sure that this weather is not messing up my feng shui. My poor pandas, they're dying. This is pretty much going to be my last attempt. I mean, I'm sure I can figure this out later on, but if this doesn't fix it, then I don't know. Well, I even forgot to make the flooring. Let's do that too. These poor pandas. Alright, let me reassign these pandas before they all die. You need to be in a warm climate. Oh, we did it. We finally did it. I just needed more feng shui items. And so this is finally very auspicious. So now my body cultivator should be getting very auspicious essence. So let's see. And by very auspicious essence, I actually mean blessed feng shui. So let's see what they're doing. Body cultivator is so fat. Stop eating, please. Yes, just breathe. Earth essence, blessed. Do you see that? Earth essence, earth essence. They're getting earth essence because this is heavy on the earth element. Water, earth, metal. Okay, as you can see, I'm getting blessed feng shui essence now, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Now that this room is blessed, everything is working. So right now, let's see, how much blessed feng shui essence do they have right now? Germination, solar, version, withering, intrinsic life. They have 9 blessed feng shui. Luckily, the intrinsic life and the blessed feng shui are right next to each other, so I believe that we should be able to just watch them go up if it updates in the UI. No, it looks like it doesn't. But it was 17 and 9. No, it's still 17 and 9. Okay. just got an intrinsic life essence. So now 17 and 10. I mean, they're slowly accumulating essences over time. So as you can see, body cultivator just take a lot of planning in terms of like knowing which essences you want. Then you want to set up your cultivation room so that they can get the essences correctly. And this is what I believe would be the best setup for a cultivation room. Not necessarily like the botched feng shui setup that I have over here, because that was obviously a lot to set up, and I definitely could have did this a better way by just looking at a blueprint. But basically you just want to know like how you want your cultivation room to be in terms of like whether or not you want it to be blessed or cursed. Then I think I want to move forward with adding some more flooring just to make it look a little bit more pretty. Oh really, I'm really out of spirit wood flooring. I don't want to mess up the flooring of my water vats. Let's go. Oh, I guess it's okay if I have flooring in the pasture area, right? The pandas are just blocking my way, so I can't even see anything. Let's create some more spare wood offcut. Probably should have more than just one. I have outer 2 crafting, but they are not assigned crafting. Then I have this new cat that joined my sect, so you can also do crafting. Small beast invasion. These guys are, oh, they're tier 12. That's nice. So I can get some tier 12 frogs, which is pretty useless, but they are tier 12 contracts nonetheless. So let's turn off butchering. I think I'll just grab like 2 of them. Nah, I'll just take 1. Yay, I have a tier 12 frog contract. It sucks. Okay, let's see what my crafters are crafting. Oh wow, I didn't even know you were joining my sect. Or I didn't know you were visiting my sect. Okay, someone is creating something. These guys are moving slow. Okay, they're doing a lot of harvesting. Mouse shoe. Okay. Oh, it's the spirit stone blocks. These are the main things that are being crafted. Okay, now the spirit wood flooring is created. Or the spirit wood offcut. Alright, so my room looks, I guess, acceptable now. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much how you would set up a body cultivation room. You just make sure you have all of the items necessary so that the body cultivator can just go and, you know, eat and drink inside the room so that they don't have to go pretty far. And then you would just make the room very auspicious by making the feng shui buildings very auspicious. And if you don't want to figure out all of that like I just did for the past hour, then you can just go to some guide and find some blueprint to have that setup pretty much figured out for you already. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, or at least enjoyed watching me try to do this feng shui thing. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.